The next time you find yourself standing at the supermarket seafood counter, lock this thought into your brain. The most expensive fish sitting on that ice is absolutely not the best choice for your dinner. Have you ever been there, dro PPING, your hard-earned cash just because a certain seafood has a fancy name? Or maybe you just wanted to shave 10 minutes off your meal prep after a long day at work online to serve up something that chews like a piece of dried-out rubber. Today, I am pulling back the curtain on the most brutal and honest secrets of the seafood market. We are going to completely break down 14 of the most common seafood items you see at the store. I'll show you exactly which 7 are bleeding your wallet dry with zero culinary value, and which 7 are the top-tier hidden gems that even expert butchers and FISHMO NGRS are quietly saving for themselves. If you stick around for this entire video, not only will you break the curse of being a sucker who overpriced, but you will also learn how to turn your home dining table into a Michelin star experience on half the budget. Do not click away, because the #1 spot on this list is going to completely shatter everything you thought you knew about grocery shopping. Let us rip the band-aid off and expose the 7 types of seafood you need to stop wasting your money on. Sit-Tin-G dead last is the undisputed king of the freezer aisle basse, often marketed under the guise of cheap white fish or SOI. It is shockingly cheap, but please, do not let that price tag fool you. The SE dirt cheap frozen fillets are usually pumped full of water-retaining chemicals before they even leave the factory. The second you drop one into a hot pan, it shrinks like a deflating balloon. The texture mimics a soulless piece of mush entirely stripped of any natural oceanic sweetness. You reforce to drown it in heavy, spicy sauces just to mask its depressing blandness. It is the ultimate false economy. Next tee up are those perfectly peeled, bright pink, pre-cooked shrimp sitting so temp PTINGLY on the ice. Buy them, thaw them, and toss them in the pantsu NDS like the ultimate working professional S lifesaver, right? DEAD, wrong. Thigh S is a massive culinary trap during the industrial high-heat boiling process. All the essential sweet flavors of the shrimp have already been washed down the factory drain. You take them home and reheat them in your pasta or stir-fry. The muscle fibers violently seize up, turning into pink rubber that will literally make your jaw ache to chew. Congra tool ati ons. You just sacrifice the soul of your entire meal to save 5 minutes of peeling shells. Tilapia is another absolute pitfall. As one of the most common and bottom dollar white fish on the shelf, its fat content is pathetically low. Thigh S means you have zero margin for error in the pan. Sear it for even 1 minute too long, and it transforms into dry, unswall, low ABLE firewood. Worse yet, depending on how it was farmed, it frequently carries a stubborn, muddy aftertaste. If you are willing to bump your budget by just $1 or $2, the supermarket is full of vastly superior alternatives. We have the most overpriced trap in the entire seafood game, the Chilean Ciba Ses. Ha! Ringy, that name. Your mind probably jumps to crystal clear, freezing, premium sous American waters, do SNT it. In reality, its actual name is the Patagonian 2 THF fish, an incredibly ugly creature that only secured its astronomical price tag through a clever, deceptive marketing rebrand D. Yes, the meat is fatty and rich, but at upwards of $30 a pound. You are paying a massive premium just for that fake, glamorous name. Dollar for dollar, it is never your best option. The highly praised Cebu RDF-ish steak is also a massive skip. SLI said thick, it looks exactly like a hearty beef steak, making it a popular grab for backyard grilling, but its fatal flaw is its incredibly thick muscle fibers. Miss your cooking window by even a fraction, and you left chewing on what feels like dry cardboard. More importantly, because swordfish sits at the very top of the marine food chain, it has a dangerously high concentration of heavy metals, specifically mercury. From a health standpoint, it has absolutely no business being a frequent protein source for your family. As for standard farmed Atlantic salmon, the kind with those thick white fat lines and bright orange color you see in almost every STO RIT, also flirts with the skip it list. It's not that it's toxic, but that vibrant color in cheap farmed salmon is often artificially pumped in through their feed. The fat ratio is absurdly high, making it feel overwhelmingly greasy after just a few bites. The flavor profile is totally flat, completely lacking the vibrant, wild essence that salmon is supposed to have. Phenol Y, we have blue EFIN tune A, the undisputed emperor of high-end sushi bars. Yes, its fatty belly literally melts in your mouth, but this is a fiercely expensive premium ingredient plagued by severe overfishing and ecological controversy for everyday home cooking. Buying this to sear in a pan is a catastrophic waste of a luxury ingredient, and eating it raw at home will absolutely decimate your wallet. Now that we've dodged those marketing traps, let us get to the main event. The SE are the 7 types of seafood that will actually save your TA's TEB UDS and your bank account. If you want the ultimate upgrade from STO or DF-ish until APIA, grab the mahi-mahi without hesitation. Sue RCE from warm waters. This fish boasts a beautiful, pale pink flesh that cooks up firm and incredibly bouncy. It holds its shape perfectly in the oven or folded into classic baja fish tacos. It won T fall apart. The price is fair and the flavor is mild but never boring. It is the absolute pound-for-pound champion of white fish. Tig HT on cash, but craving salmon HEAD straight for the rye NBOWTAT. As the affordable cousin of the salmon, its meat carries a pale orange hue and a remarkably sophisticated, delicate, nutty aroma. Its greatest superpower is its paper-thin skin. Drop it in a hot pan with a splash of olive oil, and it crisps up to an unbelievable shatati ringly crunchy texture. It is an absolute godsend for a lightning-fast weeknight dinner. Lukin G for the ultimate nutritional bang for your buck. Free sardines are the hidden treasure you need to know about. SOP staring at the tin cans, fresh sardines are highly regarded by Europe and foodies as the fisherman's secret vault of nutrition. Sir E, they are small and bony, but they are packed with an astronomical amount of omega-3 fatty acids. Bay and G at the bottom of the food chain means you have zero heavy metal worries. Juste toss them in coarse sea salt and throw them on a charcoal grill or a hot pan. The high heat instantly unlocks a mind-blowing, deep oceanic umami and best of all, they are practically giving them away for free. True seafood insiders also dig through the icy corners to find Arctic cha art. Thias is the god-tier hidden gem that most average shoppers completely ignore. Its flavor profile is beautifully complex, sitting right in the sweet spot between the rich haviness of salmon and the clean sweetness of trout. Not only is the fat ratio flawless, but its farming practices are highly sustainable and eco-friendly. You get to pay standard salmon prices for a Michelin-level dining experience. If you want to replicate absolute luxury at home for a special occasion, buy C-Scale LLOPSBUT. Strictly look for the dry-packed ones that haven't been soaked in chemical solutions. Get the dry ones and you will become a kitchen god. The Y requires zero complex marinades. Just pat them completely dry with a paper towel, get your skillet smoking hot, and sear them for exactly 90 seconds on each side. Thati caramelized hard crust giving way to a tender, explosive burst of pure, sweet ocean juice will make you feel like a world-class chef. Within the massive salmon family, the undisputed ultimate choice is Will D. Alaskan Sockeye Salmon Thati Deep. Mesmerizing ruby red glow is tea from chemical feed. It comes 100% naturally from their wild diet of deep-sea krill. It is significantly leaner than farmed salmon, but because of that, it packs a deeply concentrated, authentic, wild ocean flavor. It absolutely obliterates farmed salmon in nutritional value. And the price remains surprisingly reasonable. It is the straight A student of both health and extreme flavor. And now, we reveal the absolute king of the entire seafood counter, the one fish that crushes everything else and offers unmatched value for your dollar, BLAK cod, also known as sab lefish. Its fat content is off the charts, but restas yet is entirely made up of ultra-healthy polyunsat urated fats. How silky is this meat? In the West T, it's often nicknamed but ter fh because taking a bite literally feels like eating a rich, melting pad of butter. But the most incredible thing about black cod, and the reason it takes the #1 spot, is that it is virtually impossible to overcook. No matter how terrible your cooking skills are, whether you steam it, give it a classic miso glaze, or braise it, it will always remain impossibly tender and juicy. It gives you the absolute pinnacle of seafood texture with a 100% margin of error, making every single penny you spend entirely worth it. SMART seafood shoppers don't blindly chase high price tags or buy waterlogged frozen industrial seafood. Skipi ove, riped, chilia, n seabass s, and bland pre-cooked shrimp. Instead, choose sustainable options like Arctic cha r or reliable BLA chi cod. Onk E, you learn to read meat texture and fat distribution. You can make incredible meals for far less money. Next tea time, you go to the grocery store. Look at the seafood with this new approach and you will find the best tasting options have been there all along.